There is a moment in every person's life when everything goes quiet. A moment when the noise of the world, the doubts, the failures, the expectations all fade away. And in that silence, you see something. Not your past, not your mistakes, but your future. Most people don't realize this, but you have something no other creature on this planet has. Something powerful, something unstoppable. Your imagination. Your imagination is not just a tool. It's a doorway, a bridge between who you are and who you could become. So today, I want you to do something you probably haven't done in a long time. I want you to close your eyes and go 10 years into the future. Go 20 years into the future. Go to that place where the best version of you is already standing. I want you to see yourself, not as you are right now, but as the person you were meant to become. Because the truth is simple. What you are to be, you are already becoming. But you can't see that if you're still living in your past. Some of you wake up every day with the weight of yesterday sitting on your shoulders. You talk about your mistakes. You talk about the people who hurt you. You talk about the setbacks, the trials, the situations that crushed your confidence. But hear me clearly. Everyone who has ever become great had obstacles to overcome. Every champion had a mountain to climb. Every successful person had a moment when quitting felt easier than continuing. Greatness isn't something people are born with. It's something they grow into. And it starts with a single powerful decision. To live in the forward, not in regret, not in fear, not in what happened, but in what will happen. So I want you to find a quiet place, your closet, your basement, your car, your room, somewhere you can be alone. Put on the music that takes you out of this world. And for 30 minutes, just imagine. Not wish, not hope. Imagine. Imagine the person you want to be. Imagine the life you want to live. Imagine the level you want to reach. Because if you can't see it, you will never chase it. If you can't imagine it, you will never build it. And if you keep staring at your past, you will never step into your future. Listen, your imagination has to take you beyond the pain. It has to take you beyond the trouble. It has to carry you into the next level, long before you ever get there. When I was 16, I was homeless. I had nothing. No bed, no food, no stability. There were nights when the thought of giving up felt easier than surviving another day. There were moments when I questioned if my life even mattered. But even then, even in the darkest hours, I kept imagining. I kept seeing something bigger than myself. And that vision, that faith, is what saved me. So rule number 1, use your imagination. Rule number 2, embrace faith. Faith is believing in what you cannot yet see. Faith is trusting that the vision you hold in your heart is not a fantasy, but a preview of what's coming. You look around right now and maybe nothing looks like success. Maybe your life feels stuck. Maybe your bank account is empty. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you're tired. Maybe all you see is failure. But faith says that's temporary. Faith says one day it will be your day. Say it with me. One day. It will be my day. But it won't be your day if you quit. It won't be your day if you give up. It won't be your day if you stop believing in the future you were created for. Every single person who ever made it, every person who ever reached greatness, had moments where quitting felt easier. But they didn't give up. They failed forward. Failing forward means every setback becomes a lesson. Every mistake becomes fuel. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. You fail a class? Take it again. You lose your job? Start over. You lose money in an investment? Try again. You start a business and it collapses. Build another one, because every time you go back, you don't start from zero. You start from experience. You start from growth. You start from a higher level than before. Quitting resets everything, but trying again elevates you. And listen closely. It all begins with a vision. Fear isn't real. Fear lives only in your thoughts about the future. It exists only in your imagination. It's a choice. So imagine something different. Imagine something greater. Imagine a dream so clear that when you wake up in the morning, all you have to do is step into it. Because where you are right now is not permanent. Your situation is temporary. Your struggle is temporary. Your pain is temporary. But your vision is eternal. Every single day, you have to wake up and start with that picture of who you are becoming. Not a cute quote, not a motivational meme, a way of life. This vision has to own you. It has to push you. It has to follow you everywhere you go. Because once you commit to that future, there is no plan B. Plan B distracts you from plan A. You were not born to be average. You were not born to blend in. You were born to see how far you can go, how much you can create, how powerful you can become. And it begins right now with that vision of your future. There's a powerful truth most people never understand until it's too late. Your future isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. Brick by brick. Decision by decision. Day by day. And the moment you choose to stop living in your past, the moment you stop replaying your failures like a broken record, something incredible happens. You step into a new identity. Because your life will never rise higher than the story you believe about yourself. Never. And if the story you're telling yourself is shaped by pain, disappointment, rejection, or fear, you will stay exactly where you are. So today, I want you to rewrite that story. I want you to stand in front of your future and say, I am not my mistakes. I am not my struggles. I am becoming who I was born to be. But hear me carefully. Becoming that person requires something uncomfortable, something painful, something many people run from. Change. You cannot create a new future with the same habits, the same mindset, the same excuses that built your old life. You are where you are because of who you are. And if you want to go somewhere else, you have to become someone else. You have to let go of the version of you that settles, the version that doubts, the version that fears failure, the version that hides behind comfort, because the door to your next level will never open for the person you used to be. It opens only for the person you are becoming. And that transformation, that evolution, it doesn't happen on sunny days. It happens in storms. You grow when life hits you. You rise when people count you out. You evolve when everything in you wants to break, but you refuse to stop. You want the future you saw in your imagination? Then you must embrace the journey that builds it. You must fail forward. You must keep moving. You must try again and again and again. Because no one ever reached greatness without being knocked down. But the difference between the successful and the forgotten is simple. Successful people get back up. Every single time. Even if they're tired. Even if they're alone. Even if the world tells them you're not good enough. They get back up because their vision is louder than their excuses. Their purpose is stronger than their pain. Their future demands more of them than their past ever did. And I want you to know something. That future you imagine, the one where you're successful, confident, disciplined, unstoppable, that future needs you to stop playing small. It needs you to stop dimming your light for people who are threatened by your growth. It needs you to stop apologizing for wanting more. It needs you to stop settling for a life you've outgrown. Because deep down, you already know this truth. You were made for more. More than surviving. More than existing. More than repeating the same year over and over again. You were made to rise. You were made to push boundaries. You were made to see how far you can really go. And the only way to find out how far you can go is to go further than anyone expects you to. You must unlock a new level of hunger, a new level of commitment, a new level of discipline. Listen, if you're going to step into your future, you have to stop negotiating with your limits. You have to stop giving your feelings the steering wheel. You have to stop letting fear lead your decisions. Because fear is a liar. Fear lives only in your imagination. Fear is a choice. But courage? Courage is also a choice. And every time you choose courage, you build a new piece of your future. Every small discipline, every long night, every early morning, every step forward when your body screams to stop, every sacrifice no one sees, every moment of self-doubt that you push through anyway. These are the building blocks of your future. Nobody sees the work you put in. Nobody sees the nights you cry alone. Nobody sees the battles you fight in silence. But every bit of that pain is shaping the person the world will one day admire. Understand this. The future belongs to the ones who are willing to suffer for the life they want. It belongs to the ones who choose faith over fear, discipline over comfort, purpose over pleasure, vision over excuses. And when you choose that path, life opens doors for you that you never imagined. You start meeting the right people. You start attracting the right opportunities. You start becoming the person who deserves that future. Because the universe responds to one thing, a mind made up. When you decide, truly decide, that you are done living small, done living scared, done living trapped in the past, your life begins to shift. You start walking differently, talking differently, thinking differently, acting differently. Not because you're faking it, but because you're finally aligning with the future you saw in your imagination. Your vision becomes your identity. Your identity becomes your behavior. Your behavior becomes your success. And before you know it, you're no longer dreaming of that future. You're living it. There comes a moment when the future you've been imagining, the future you've been chasing, the future you've been fighting for, finally steps forward and looks you in the eyes. And in that moment, you realize something powerful. It was never the future that needed to change. It was you. Because the future you want, the success, the strength, the confidence, the discipline, it can't be built on the foundation of who you used to be. It can only be built by the person you're becoming. And now, right now, in this exact moment, and you have a choice to make. Do you stay where you are? Trapped in the familiar, comfortable in the ordinary, surrounded by doubts, held down by your past? Or do you step into the unknown, the uncomfortable, the terrifying, the place where your greatness is waiting? You see, the future isn't just something you picture. It's something you walk into. It's something you earn. It's something you fight for every single day. Most people will never see their future become real. Not because they weren't capable, not because they weren't talented, but because they never committed. They never fully said, "This is my life, my purpose, my calling, and I will not stop until I reach it." Commitment means waking up on the days when your heart is heavy and choosing to push anyway. Commitment means working when everyone else is relaxing, sacrificing when everyone else is celebrating, believing in yourself when nobody else sees your vision. Commitment means doing what you said you were going to do, long after the feeling you set it in has disappeared. And if you don't commit to your future will never commit to you. But listen closely. If you're willing to battle through the fear, the exhaustion, the loneliness, the self-doubt, the failures, the setbacks, there is nothing on this planet that can stop you. The only people who fail are the ones who stop trying. So don't stop, don't break, don't give in. You get knocked down? Get back up. You fail? Learn. You fall short? Adjust. You lose everything? Rebuild. Because every time you rise, you become someone stronger, someone wiser, someone more prepared for the future you're building. And let me tell you this, the future you want is watching you right now. It's watching the choices you make, the effort you give, the sacrifices you're willing to take, the voice you listen to, the voice of fear, or the voice of faith. Your future is waiting for the moment you finally say, I'm done running. I'm done doubting. I'm done settling. My time is now. Because when you make that decision, when you burn the bridges behind you and decide to never turn back, life opens itself to you in ways you cannot imagine. Doors appear. Opportunities emerge. People show up. Moments align. And suddenly, the dream you once imagined becomes a path beneath your feet. But understand something important. Your vision is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your friends, not society's. Yours. Nobody has the right to tell you who you can become. Unless you hand them that power, nobody has the right to decide your limits. Unless you agree with them, nobody has the right to say no to your future. Unless you accept their no as truth. This is your life, your journey, your mission, and it is your right, your responsibility to pursue the life you were born to live. So I want you to do something powerful right now. Picture that future version of you, the one who made it, the one who broke the cycle, the one who rose above every doubt, every setback, every night of fear. I want you to see them so clearly that you can feel their presence. Feel their strength. Feel their gratitude. Feel their pride in who you've become. And now listen to this truth. They are calling you forward. They are waiting for you. They already know you can make it. Because they are you. All you have to do is keep going. Keep imagining. Keep believing. Keep failing forward. Keep embracing faith. Keep fighting like your future depends on it, because it does. And one day soon, you will look back at this moment and realize this was the day everything changed. The day you chose vision over fear, faith over doubt, future over past. This was the day you stopped surviving and started becoming. This was the day you stepped into your destiny. So lift your head, straighten your back, put your shoulders high, and move with the confidence of someone who knows that their future is not a question. It's a promise. And that promise, it begins right now. Your future is waiting. Go get it. Is